children, to another video on ratio analysis. Here we are starting the third type of ratio, the category of ratios, which are called activity ratios. Activity ratios related to your sales, the purchases and your working capital and inventory stocks. Basically, all the way, whatever the company is doing on a day-to-day basis, the activity, level of activity it is trying to measure. कितने जल्दी sales हो रहा है, कितना जल्दी पैसा collect हो रहा है, how much are you buying on credit and how fast are you making the payment, are you utilizing your stocks well, are you able to sell your stocks quickly. All these are related to activity, level of activity of the business, which determines its profitability ultimately, right? So here we need to find out activity ratios. Now, all of these four ratios, which will be under this segment, the trade receivables turnover ratio, trade payables turnover ratio, working capital turnover ratio and inventory turnover ratio. These are the four ratios that are included under this section. All these will be expressed in number of times. Alright. So, number of times we have to leave these answers as here. Okay. So let us try to figure out what is given here. Trade receivables turnover ratio. Iska matlab kya? What is the objective here? To find out the relationship between how much did we sell on credit revenue from operations meaning sales, credit sales, how much have we sold during the year, whole year on credit divided by average trade receivables meaning obviously trade receivables crop up from credit sales, debtors, bills, receivables are related to credit sales. Only if I sell on credit do I have my debtors or bills, receivables, because cash sales mein to cash aa jata hai, correct? So these two are related items. How much? Turnover meaning how many times my debtors or bills receivable, basically totally trade receivables are getting converted into cash or cash and cash equivalents. Okay? कितने जल्दी पेमेंट कर रहे हैं? How many times during the year are they paying me the amount due? Because credit sale कर दिया जब, so I am selling them on credit. They are supposed to pay me this amount. How fast are they paying? So the higher the ratio is better, because this should be lesser. Average trade receivable should be lesser if you are giving a very long period of time, very long period of you can say credit period you are allowing. Of course, they will pay you lesser number of times in the year. Understood? So this will show a higher number of time, higher ratio will show that your money is rolling in quickly. Jaldi payment kar rahe hain. Okay? So it is showing the efficiency of the collection team. Correct? Okay? How fast you are able to collect your amount due from your debtors. Yeah? So if this is fine. Coming to credit revenue meaning what? Only credit sales, but sales can be total sales is what? Credit plus cash. So sometimes you might be given total revenue in the sum, and then from there you need to subtract the cash revenue from operation to get credit revenue from operation. Also remember, you are finding out net sales, that is if there are any return, sales return, usko minus kar dena hai. But do we subtract? Trade receivables. Trade receivables is bills receivable plus trade debtors, that we have already done. Okay. And we will not subtract from them provision for doubtful debts. Kyun? Current ratio ke time to kiya tha. Yes. When we find current ratio, we subtract provision for doubtful debts. But what is the objective of that ratio? Objective is to find my current assets. If I sell them, how much cash will I get? Since provision for doubtful debts shows question mark on my recovery, I used to subtract it. नहीं भी मिल सकता है पैसा. So being conservative, right? But here my objective is not to find कि कितना पैसा मिलेगा trade receivable से नहीं मिलेगा. That is not the question. How fast, if there is trade receivables, okay, how fast are they paying me? Correct? Here the objective is different. इसीलिए यहाँ पर provision minus नहीं करना. Please be very clear about it. There are two ratios, one in which we will subtract, it is current ratio, and trade receivables turnover we will not subtract. Then average trade receivables is during the whole year on an average कितना था? So obviously opening trade receivables minus closing trade receivables by 2 will give me average trade receivables. Is that clear? So, and these two things you just need to take care. The sum में credit revenue from operation का details नहीं है. You can take total revenue from operations, okay, or revenue from operations, since you do not have the information. Also, if average trade receivables cannot be found out, you can take the closing trade receivables or whatever figure is given in the sum. Don't get worked up कि अरे average नहीं निकाल सकते या credit revenue नहीं निकाल सकते. Whatever is given in the sum, you will use that, the nearest related figure for calculation of this ratio. Okay, so let us take a sum. Sundry debtors is given as, see, this is on 1st April, this is on 31st March. So this is opening figure, this is closing figure, right? These are the opening figures of sundry debtors, bills receivable and provision for doubtful debts. You are supposed to find trade receivables turnover ratio. Total sales is given, sales return and cash sales is also given. So we need what? Number 1 for the numerator, the net credit revenue from operations. So credit revenue from operations would be, from here I am saying, this formula is there. Total sales here that is given minus the sales return minus the cash sales, right? Total sales में से net, obviously this is the gross sales given to you. We need to find net sales कितना return. So definitely we have to reduce. Then cash sales also we need to subtract. So we get credit revenue from operations. So this is 1 lakh minus 1500 minus 23,500. 75,000 is my credit revenue from operation. Numerator I have got, denominator says average trade receivables. Trade receivables में ये दोनों आता है, sundry debtors and bill receivables, right? So what is my opening trade receivables? This plus this. Opening, both are opening figures. Debtors and bill receivables total. So let us find out average trade receivables. In that I have opening figures 28,000 plus 7,000. Do I subtract provision for doubtful debts here? No. Okay. So please be very clear. एकदम याद रखो. Current ratio है तो provision minus करना है. Trade receivables turnover ratio provision minus करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Okay. So here 2,800 I am not subtracting. Here I have the closing trade receivables. This plus this. This is 25,000 plus 15,000. So this is my total opening plus closing. Opening plus closing divided by 2. 35, 50, 75. 75,000 divided by 2. So 37,500 is my average trade receivables. On an average, anytime if you see, my average trade receivables are this much. And how much have I sold them throughout the year? 75,000. So basically, if I have debtors of this much, meaning what? How fast are they converting into giving back my money? That is what is trade receivables turnover ratio, which is credit revenue from operations. How much did we find it out? 75. Divided by average trade receivables, this much. Comes to 2 times only. Pretty low ratio, right? अगर तुमने इतना sell किया है, understand this. Just forget about ratio formula. 75,000 का sell किया है, and on an average you are seeing you are always having 37,500 as trade receivables. My God, huge amount, isn't it? They are paying very slow. Your credit period is very high, right? So that is why it is only 2 times. This is my trade receivables are getting converted into my realizing paying me off only say 2 times in a year. Meaning if I say 12 months है, on an average 6 महीना लगता है trade receivables को pay करने. 6 महीना कैसे? 2 times if this is it. So 12 months. Okay, it's getting generated 2 times only. So only 6 months you can say is your credit period. 6 months is a pretty high credit period. Ideally, it should be anywhere between 1 to 3 months. So this is how you find out trade receivables turnover ratio. Okay. So I hope this is clear. Let us take a few more interesting sums. Sum number 2. Collection from trade receivables is 5,34,000. It is collection. Matlab, how much have they paid me during the year? Fine. They have paid me this thing. Obviously, they have paid me because I have sold them on credit. Fine. Discount allowed is 6,000. Obviously, discount allowed is related to this because when they pay me, I allow them a discount. Fine. Closing trade receivables and excess of closing trade receivables over opening trade receivables. And this excess meaning what? Closing trade receivables minus opening trade receivables is 60,000. Okay. So opening trade receivables is closing trade receivables minus the excess is opening trade receivables. So opening trade receivables is how much? 1,80,000 minus 60,000. 1,20,000 is my opening trade receivables. Since I have opening and closing, I can find out average trade receivables. Correct? So average trade receivables is equal to opening trade receivable plus closing trade receivables divided by 2. So it is 1,80,000 plus 1,20,000 divided by 2. 3 lakhs. 1,50,000 is your average trade receivable. So denominator is there. Numerator says into you find out credit revenue from operation, but I have not been given any amount of credit revenue from operations. So here the best way to understand this is making a trade receivables account. Yes, I am talking about a ledger. This is just your working for your understanding. Okay. Trade receivables opening meaning what? This is balance brought down. This is what they owed us at the beginning of the year. So to balance brought down. This is the opening figure which was 1,20,000. Correct? Closing figure meaning what? At the end of the year how much was left to be paid, and that should be here. By balance carried down, this is the closing figure. Correct? 1,80,000. Fine. इतना देना था beginning में, इतना देना था end में. Obviously, this balance will be brought down here in the next period. I hope you understand. This is just ledger for trade receivables. I am saying. Okay. So here 1,20,000 due in the opening. This much. Then what has happened during the year? We have sold them. They paid us. We've allowed them a discount. All these entries will find a place here. Okay. So let us find this. Collection from trade receivables, meaning they have paid us. Debit bank. Yes. So by bank. And I credit them 5,34,000. This is the collection that I have made from my debtors. Alright. What is the journal entry? Bank account debit to trade receivable, correct? If I am just taking everything together, right? It's debtors, bill receivable, everything. But I am just taking it together. इतना पैसा आया तो उतना credit हो गया होगा account. Fine. They owe us less by this much. Also, when I allow them a discount, that is an expense to me. Discount allowed debit to trade receivable. So that is 6,000. Alright. So if I had not allowed them discount, they would have paid me more. Correct? But then their liability is gone. So now all these figures put here, itna dena tha, starting mein, itna dena, end mein. This is what they have given me, allowed discount. So how much would I have sold to them? Question mark. Let's find it out. Let's total up this side. 5 lakh 40 to 6 lakh 7 lakh 20,000 minus 1 lakh 20,000. So 7 lakh 20,000, right? How do I balance it? 7 lakh 20 minus 1 lakh 20. So this is 6 lakhs. This is the balancing figure, and this is what is my credit revenue from operations. इतना सेल किया होगा, इतना ड्यू था, 720 ड्यू था. Out of that they have paid us this much. We allowed them a discount this much. This is still due. This is what your ledger looks like. So you found out credit revenue from operations like that. So I have trade receivables turnover ratio. Credit revenue from operations divided by average trade receivables 4 times. Please. Times लिखना मत भूलना, सिर्फ 4 लिख के छोड़ दोगे, your marks will be deducted. Okay, so 4 times your average your trade receivables are paying you over the year. Okay, so basically it is a decent enough ratio. Okay, so not too high, not too low. Okay, clear about this? This is as far as your trade receivables converted, the direct kind of sums are concerned. There are certain indirect type of related type of questions which we will be doing in the next video, and that is really very interesting. So keep doing accounts, children. Love accounts, play with accounts, and enjoy doing accounts. Alright? Take care of yourself. Keep watching the videos. Bye bye.